So, alcohol in skincare, is it good or bad? Now, this is a topic that I really wanted to research because I get asked this question a lot. Is alcohol good or bad in skincare? Should I avoid it or not? And personally, I was really curious because for the longest time, I avoided alcohol at all costs. If I see ethanol, denatured alcohol, SD alcohol, in the ingredient list, I would just avoid it because I've been educated by the skincare experts saying that ethanol, these drying alcohols, can be very irritating. It can damage the skin barrier function, and also it's super harmful on your skin. But over time, I've been researching more about it, and the more I research, the more I talk to my chemist friends and even our chemists from our brand. They all say that alcohol, in fact, is pretty safe to use and it's not harmful at all. It has a lot of purpose to serve in skincare formulation, and it's getting a bad reputation for no reason. So that triggered me to research more about it. So why do we see alcohol in skincare products? So the reason number one is that it can be a preservative. It can preserve the product. It can prevent the skincare formulation from growing bacteria, fungus, or any microbial growth, therefore extending the shelf life a little bit more. Reason number two is to lighten up the formulation in terms of the weight and how it feels on the skin. So you might be used to seeing a lot of ethanol, denatured alcohol in gel moisturizers, lightweight moisturizers, or even in a serum. They formulate it with alcohol to give you that lightweight feel, so as soon as you apply it, it feels like everything's quickly melting and absorbing into the skin while leaving not a lot of grease on top of the skin, and it feels very feathery. Now, reason number three is a big one. Alcohol itself is a really great penetrating enhancer, and what this means is that it kind of helps and aids in the absorption penetration process of the active ingredients. If you're applying a vitamin C serum, you want that vitamin C to really work under the skin, and that's where the vitamin C can work to promote the collagen production. However, a lot of times these ingredients have really hard time penetrating and getting down there in the basement area, and that's when penetrating enhancers come into the formulation to kind of shove all the vitamin C goodness into your skin. But the downside of it is that it can also allow the penetration of the less admirable or less desirable ingredients into the skin as well, because it doesn't know which to selectively bring into the skin. You just want to make sure that you're not applying anything that you're allergic to. Alcohol is a really good solvent for other ingredients in the formula. Last but not least, it is a really good degreasing ingredient. A lot of people who have oily skin would like it because it does have degreasing or kind of drying property. So the discussion and all of the debate going on around alcohol is that alcohol at all sort is bad because it's drying, therefore it's going to alter the skin barrier function, which means it's going to damage it. Also, it can be pretty harmful and not safe to use topically, and even some are saying that it is carcinogenic. Now, it is true that alcohol in skincare, they can temporarily take away the grease, the oil, the natural moisture that you have. So a lot of studies conclude that even though ethanol has shown to take away the grease temporarily, it's not going to alter or modify significantly, and there's no significant change in the striatum corneum lipids at the end of the day, so therefore you shouldn't worry about alcohol and its drying effect. Another misconception is that alcohol-based products are irritating, and Paula's Choice always educate and inform people about how alcohol is irritating to the skin, therefore you shouldn't use it. In my research team, we couldn't find any scientific literature or data supporting this opinion. What we do think is that since it is a great penetrating enhancer, if you already do have very vulnerable and weak and very damaged skin barrier, by shoving in all the active ingredients together into the skin is not ideal. Your skin is going to react and your skin is going to be sensitized, but that isn't because of the alcohol itself, but the penetrating enhancing function of alcohol combined with the active ingredient that can be a little bit too much to your skin. In conclusion, alcohol-based products are relatively safe to be applied on the skin unless you have allergic reaction to it. I think the concentration also matters too. If you're using something that's with high concentration of alcohol and the formulation is super duper drying on your skin, I think that's when I would avoid. So I don't think any skin deserves to be dried after using any skincare product. So for instance, even though this product has ethanol in the fourth ingredient, the end result or the formulation itself is super duper luxurious and also feels very smoothing and very hydrating. And a lot of your favorite sunscreens will have alcohol to lighten up the formulation because a lot of people hate that gloopy and thick sunscreens, and therefore alcohol serves a really good with purpose in sunscreens. I used to be that customer who decodes the back label of the packaging, researching every single ingredient and being so caught up and fed up by it. But the more I talk to the professionals in the industry, the more knowledge that I gain, I care less about ingredients itself, but I care more about the formulation. It's just like every chef has different cooking style, and given the same ingredient, they would have a totally different end result. I hope this video was informative and helpful, and big shout out to my research team. They are all across the world and they're really smart people and very dedicated people as well. So thank you Zymor, Stephanie, Sophia, Katie, and also Celeste. I cannot thank enough. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, I'm gonna wait patiently for you to hit that subscribe button down below. Bye!